We are going to take a look at what happens on a typical Friday morning in our test hall. Try to come along. Look, there is a spreading test going on here. Marinus is in charge of conducting some of our spreading tests, and I have been told that we are testing this fertilizer. It is a 15712 from OCI. It is actually produced in Morocco, and we are just about to run the final tests on it. Right now we are conducting 36-meter spreading test, and I think we should just see how that's done. Here we are at the test trays. They are the ones that collect the fertilizer while we conduct the spread test. And there is a small load cell under each test tray that measures with 0.5 grams accuracy. And that is what we use to measure the actual spread pattern. What does a spreading pattern look like after a test? When we conduct what is called a full-scale test, we test 3 different quantities at all working widths. And we do this simply to comply with the European standard that exists for preparing spread charts. So it's quite an extensive task to create these spread charts, but in return, you get a reliable instrument for setting the machine correctly. Why are we actually doing all these tests here in the test hall? It's partly because we need to produce spread charts so our users around the world can set the machines correctly. This fertilizer we have today from Morocco is actually delivered by our Swedish importer, who also happens to have an agricultural trade. And they have simply sent us 7 tons of the fertilizer for a full-scale test, as we call it. This is what it takes to create proper spread charts for one type of fertilizer. So that's actually part of the work taking place here in the test hall. It's about making spread charts so farmers around the world can find the right settings for their machines. The purpose of all these spread tests is to produce some spread charts that we can release in our app, or as here, directly on the internet. There I can simply go in afterwards, find the machine type we have, and then press the search field. Just for fun, we could try type in 15712 and see if something comes up. It certainly did. And then I can just select my working width, enter my quantity, and an average speed when I work in the field. And then here, in this case, I choose the standard outlets and click next. And then I have all my settings. We have a working width of 36 meters, 12 kilometers per hour, a quantity of 400 kilograms per hectare. For normal spreading, I'll need 650 revs on the PTO. I need some E8 wings. They should be in position 2-3, and the machine itself needs to be tilted 4 degrees. When we follow these settings, we have the optimal starting point for working in the field and getting a good job done.